Hello everyone, my name is Drago. On this video, we're going to be talking about Jan Zizka and who his best pair is going to be for what will become the new cavalry garrison meta. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back everybody. Again, my name is Drago. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. This is a sponsored content creation channel for Rise of Kingdoms, has been for 3 years, looking to continue that trend as we go forward. Make sure you show your support by hitting that subscribe button and the like button if you enjoy the content. Let's talk about the new garrison commander coming out, Jan Zizka. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. It doesn't really give me a pronunciation in the bio or anything like that, but I think that's about right. If it's not, any of you that can correct me, I'm happy to take some correction on this channel. But let's talk about his skills. That's really what matters. How I pronounce the name doesn't really make too much of a difference to how capable this commander is. He is so good. He will change the garrison game, and I'm going to tell you why in just a moment. And also, after I go through the skills and the talents and all that stuff, we're going to talk about what you should do to pair Jan with another commander to have the legitimate new throne captain for garrison in Rise of Kingdoms. So, One-Eye Talent is the first skill. It's a 2200 single target damage factor skill, which is very potent. Also, when you have fewer than half of your units remaining, which is almost instantly inside of a garrison, by the way, your skill damage will deal an additional 250. This skill also will get augmented if you max him. His expertise does bump both of these numbers up. So cool thing, couple things to think about here. One, again, you're a garrison commander with this guy. Tried and true. Okay, this is what he's built for, but no AoE. So again, this is going to be for really destroying a rally, not so much swarm and rally or reinforcements and rally or causing extra AoE dead. Okay, so if you wanted to pair him up with somebody to do that, obviously I think YSS is your choice here, possibly Joan of Arc if we want to do a little testing later, but that would be my recommendation. Number 2, we have Sword Held High. Cavalry units led by this commander gain 15% attack, which is okay, not great. But when troops are garrisoned, you get a 15% defense bonus and 10% increased skill damage dealt. That's the key part here. That's what makes this skill, the combination of all three of these things, really good. If it was just one of these things for the second skill, it wouldn't be too important. But the fact that you get all three inside of garrison, must have. Third skill, troops led by this commander take 10% less normal attack damage, which again is very large inside of a rally garrison situation. When troops are garrisoned and take skill damage, they also have a 10% chance to remove all normal buffs. Normal buffs are listed as attack, defense, and or health, or things like strengthening their healing effects for a short time. So there's tons of skills that do that, guys. They're proccable. Health bonuses, defense bonuses, attack bonuses for a lot of the rally meta commanders in the game. This will strip those from your rally that's attacking you, which will again improve your stats going out, improve your stat battle when the game is trying to calculate what kind of damage you should be doing and taking. That'll be a bonus for you 100%. The dispel effect can trigger once every 8 seconds. And again, it will likely trigger once every 8 seconds because of the way the 10% mechanic works in Rise of Kingdoms. It's going to trigger once every 8 seconds for sure. Fourth skill, Battle of Grunwald. Cav units have 20% more health when you're maxed. When launching a normal attack, which is every turn, they have a 10% chance of gaining a buff that increases their normal attack damage dealt by 20% for 3 seconds. This is a big bonus. This effect can trigger once every 8 seconds as well. Again, same premise, 10% chance, 8 seconds. This will be firing off non-stop every 8 seconds or so. 30% normal attack or 20% normal attack damage and 20% health permanent. That's really strong. And again, I just talked about it earlier. Cry of Bohemia, it enhances the primary skill of Jan. We've got 2200 going to 2400, and then we have a 50% unit remaining qualifier jumping the secondary damage from 250 to 300. Now, why is that such a big deal? It's really not, if you think about it. On paper, it's not that big of a deal. It's an extra 250 damage factor which at the end of the day is not that much. But again, in a garrison situation, that 250 can stack up to be a decent chunk of red numbers above your enemy's head. Now, let's talk about the talents, and then we're going to go into the pair that I recommend. First off, again, it's cavalry, garrison, and skill. First, we're going to select cavalry, then we're going to select garrison, and sure enough, we have Jadwiga, who has the mobility blue talent tree, but we have Pelagius, cavalry, garrison, and skill, which means we can make a talent build right here for you right now. Let's check his talent build out. Now, this is my open field talent build for him. Let's go over to the garrison talent build. There you go. So this is the talent build that I would recommend for Jan if you have him primary. Now, do we need to have him primary? Should we have him primary? That's a good question. So in my opinion, who is going to be the best pair for Jan Zizka, and in which order should you have them in your march? It's going to be Jadwiga, guys. And I know that YSS is out there. I know that you've got Nevsky out there. Joan Prime is coming out as well, which is a potential candidate to be paired with Jan Zizka inside of the garrison. But Jadwiga is going to be the way to go, and it's going to be Jadwiga primary, okay? It's going to be Jadwiga primary, believe it or not. Jan Zizka secondary. Jad primary. It's Jad and Jan. Jad and Jan is going to be the new pair here. Jadwiga and Jan. That's how we're going to do it. It's the Jad and Jan combo. Reason being, the first skill increases damage dealt by 20% from Jadwiga. You got to have that from your primary commander going to the secondary commander. It's only for 3 seconds, so you're not going to get that to come around very often, if ever, if you have Jadwiga secondary. Second skill, again, increasing defense, health. You're talking about defense as well on the map if you decide to move the garrison or whatever. But skill damage taken reduction of 10%, cav damage against archers 5% right off the bat. That's the way to go. And again, you will be able to get on the talent section halberd, which will again do that extra damage to archers already. 4 skill blade of dodging, you get an additional 10% skill damage bonus. And when they take skill damage, they gain 10 up to 50 rage per second for 3 seconds. This is your rage mechanism because you don't have the skill or support talent tree. This effect can trigger once every 8 seconds as well. And then finally, the expertise, an additional 10% increased all damage to rally troops. And when the active skill is used, damage taken is reduced by 10% for 4 seconds as well. That is massive. You got to have the Jad-Jan combo. Jadwiga primary is going to be the way to go, guys. I know YSS is in the running. I know all these other commanders have opportunities to work together, but if you want to have the meta garrison coming into the latest part of your KBK, or coming into your upcoming KBK, or Osiris League coming up, or the Grand Prix coming up, this is going to be the way to go. Jadwiga Jan is going to be the way to go to have your best garrison possible on the field. The movement speed, the damage, all of its bonuses across the board. Health bonuses like crazy. The debuff the debuffing of your target from normal attacks from Jan, really, really good. Or Jan. I'm saying Jan because it goes with Jadwiga. Jad and Jan is the way it's going to be. Or Yad and Yan. That sounds really weird. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's my recommendation coming up for the new garrison meta in 2022 September. I will see you guys next time. Cheers. Have a good one and take care.